Okay, so before going ahead, how to use Tosca, we should know why to use Tosca. There are different tools available in the market, but why we should prefer Tosca tool. So there are a few top benefits of the Tosca, which make it different than other tools. So the first one, as you can see, easy to learn and use. As this is scripted tool, it is much more easier than other tool because it does not have dependency on any scripting language, and the UI that is available for it, it is very user friendly and easily readable. That's why anyone can easily understand the terminologies mentioned over there and the structure that is available for it. Second is complete lifecycle test automation. As this tool can automate all the type of application, that's why it gives a complete lifecycle test automation. So other tools are defined specifically for web or few are just for API, but this tool can automate all the type of application as like mainframe, API, database, UI. Um, so the varieties there, SAP, ServiceNow, this type of desktop application can be even automated. So if any of the application contains a variety of the application like API is there, UI is there, database is there, mainframe is there. So over there, we can have a complete automation of the complete life cycle of that flow. Here it is not like a partially we need to automate and partially we need to have a manual testing on that. That is the second biggest benefit of it. Third is versatile test execution. So here we have a versatility like we can run a single test step, single test case, or a specific value that we have inserted. Sorry, we can execute a specific set of test steps or a specific set of test cases. So at any level, we can have the execution. It is not like that we need to wait for that specific test case to be completed. Whatever specific thing we need to test, suppose I have built a login function, I can test that specific functionality. If I have inserted value in any of the field, I can just translate that value and can check the specific testing. This saves a lot of time for us. Then increase test efficiency. The main purpose of automation that we should have reusability and less time consumption for the execution. So here we have facility to use a test case design where we can pass the bunch of test data at one time. Second is library that we can use where we can save a set of test steps which we need to use repetitively in multiple test cases. Using this, we are increasing the test efficiency. That I'll tell you what is library and what is TCD part. So, but just understand this helps us to increase the test efficiency in the test cases. Then comprehensive test management. In most of the cases, we need to use different test management tools like HPLM, Jira, and any other test management tool. But in Tosca, it has even provided the feasibility to map the requirement and test cases, requirement and execution list, where we can have a traceability, how the coverage of the requirement is there, how many test cases are created for the requirement, what is the execution result, if we have a good coverage on that, everything we can track within a Tosca tool. So here the dependency on the test management tool even decreases. So this is a good complete package, I can say. After except these five benefits, there are few more as like Tosca provides auto-generated report, execution report is there, and DocuSnapper report is there, using which we can after every manual execution, you know that as a part of evidence, we need to capture the screenshots, we need to mention the steps that we have performed for it. So this Tosca generate by default, it saves a lot of time again. So if there is small test case, definitely 15 minutes we need to invest to prepare that evidence. If that is a big flow, definitely 45 minutes to 1 hour it takes for a completely good structure execution report or the evidence. So that's even saves the time. So these are few more benefits. Um, any question or any clarity anyone needed on this? Okay, silence I'll take as a no. So let's move ahead. So next part comes is the Tosca component. So what are the different components available in the Tosca? One is module, then test cases, execution list, generate report requirement, and test design TCD, that is test case design. So these are the main component available in the Tosca. The use of it is like under module, we scan the application. I'll even show you all these things on the Tosca module. Just get a clarity what is the purpose of each and every component. So like create module. So as you know, this is not based on any scripting language. So how we can create a test case for that specific functionality? So in that case, we need to scan the properties or the object of respective application and store it under module, which we can further use under test cases to create a test case. Suppose we need to automate a login function. So to provide username and password, we should have that specific field with us. So that's why the input field of login name and input field of password, we will scan that particular page, we will store under module, and then we will use that under test cases to pass the value and do the execution. Once the test case is ready, we need to drag that test case under execution list because this is the specific component available for the execution. After we execute that, there is a function which is available to generate a report. So directly we can pull out the report where we will have pass and fail result of each and every step. So that is even a good point. Again, the requirement comes in the picture. If that is based on the project, whether they want to maintain the requirement and traceability in Tosca or they want to maintain Jira, DevOps, Azure, that is based on there. But if you want, then you can mention requirement for your project under this. Then you can map your test cases execution with the requirement. Again, test case design. As I said, in the test case design, we explicitly pass the test data. Test data in the sense, this is the data-driven testing we can say in Tosca we do. Suppose as I'll take again example of the login function. We have one user, then we can definitely have one test case where we can pass username and password for that one user. But in case if we are having 40 or 50 users, we cannot have 50 test cases separately, right? We cannot copy paste, we cannot provide test data separately in each and every test case. Instead of that, we can have one test case created that we will convert into template. Template means a base of test steps that we need to perform. And we will store the data of all the 50 users under this test case design. And we will pass this TCD sheet to the test case. So what it will do, if we map this to the test case and we will instantiate it, it will create 50 test cases automatically. So here we do not need to do anything. What we need to do, we need to pass the data under test design and we need to map this sheet with this template. So the rest part will be handled by the Tosca. If any change in the username password, we do not need to manipulate the test case. We can do changes in the test data, whatever it is, then it will be replicated under the test cases. So this is again a good thing. So now let's see the how it works actually. This is the basic framework of Tosca. So first we need to create a module of any page. As like I said, login page will be scanned and stored under module. Once the module is created, we need to use that module to create a test case because each and every test step is depend on some kind of module. Here we do not script the specific step. That's why the dependency is available on the module. Once module is ready, we can create a test case. That test cases we need to drag into execution list. We can execute that in execution list. Once it is passed or failed, we can generate a report for it. To the requirement, we can map test cases, we can map the report, and we can even map the execution list. So that is again depend on the project that you are working in, what is their requirement. Test case design has to be linked with the test cases. Suppose if you want to have, if you want to test that test case for the multiple test data. That's why it is linked to the test case separately. So this is a simplest framework available for the Tosca. This is again the same, nothing much. So let's switch to the Tosca tool, how it looks and the basic component of it. Let me share the Tosca toolkit. Let me reshare my screen. Let me know once it is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. So, let me drag it down. So this is the UI of Tosca Commander. This is the place where we need to do all the activities on the Tosca. As you can see, there are multiple components available for it. So this you can see these are the module, test cases, test case design, and requirement. Rest are and this is the execution. Rest components are again depend on the respective project, whichever they want to use. Mostly the used one are module, TCD, test cases, and execution. This is used everywhere. So I'll be focusing on these specific parts mainly. So if you can see under the modules, I've scanned the demo web shop. This is the demo website provided by the Tricentis for the training purpose. So if you can see, I have scanned this. I'll be showing that in the training session, obviously, but just an overview. So this is the page that I scanned, and from this I have captured these objects like login, register, wish to use, and logout, which you can see available over here. Because at the moment I'll be working or I'll need this only. That's why I have scanned this. In future, if I need few more, then I can rescan this specific module. All these modules I can use under the test cases. Cases you can see over here. This is demo web shop and a register to demo web shop. So for the registration purpose, whatever action I need to perform, so here you can see, click on the register link. So the register link which I have scanned under the module, here you can see this register link I am using in this test case, because I want to click on the register to register the user. So for that, I'll need that module. If I do jump on the module, you can say it is jumping to this module. That means it shows the linking between the test step and the module. The test cases will look like this, and the execution, this is the execution list. Those who are not talking, can you please mute yourself? Then you can see there are multiple execution lists you can create based on your requirement. Yeah. So as you can see, multiple requirements you can create whatever process you want. Every folder has its defined color and symbol. This is for module. You can see orange. For this test cases, you can see blue. Execution is green, and TCD it is red. So this is the default one. And libraries, as I said, login to demo web shop. So in each and every application, the login is the step that we need to perform repetitively. That's why we prefer to create a library for that. So we just need to drag a reference of this library. So you can see what are the steps mentioned in the login. Open the application, login, click on login page, and pass the username and password. So these are the basic steps that we need to perform. I have created library, and if you can see in my test cases, I have just taken the reference. This is the symbol where I'm using the reference. If I can jump to the reusable test block, you can see over here. So in this way, suppose I need to log in, I need to use login function in 10 different test cases. I can track the reference of this library in 10 cases. I do not need to rewrite the steps again. One more thing, suppose the username or password of that user is changed. Will you be going to 10 different test cases and change the password? Definitely, this is not a feasible solution. Instead of that, we have facility to change the details in the library, whatever password it is, it will be reflected in all the 10 different test cases. That is even the main purpose of the library. Okay. So this was a little bit idea about the Tosca. A few people joined to have the demo session on this. So this was a brief for them. If those people want to stay for the installation of the Tosca, they can stay as they are okay to leave the session. I'll be proceeding with the process of the installation for the people who joined this session, the batch. So, yeah, just give me 2 minutes. I'll just be back. I'll be on mute. Till the time, I just give you few links to proceed further. Wait, let me share my full screen. So as a process, what we need to do, if you can see on my screen, these are 3 links available. One is we need to first register to the Tricentis site, then we need to request for the trial license, and the third one where we need to download the Tosca application. So let me share this link with you first. Okay, Almas and Asim, if you can, open this link for the registration, I'll show you the further steps to go ahead.
Okay.
Let me even open that. Do you even see the same screen which is visible on the screen? Have you opened that URL?
Yes, you are getting strength.
Okay. So what you need to do, you need to register with your corporate email ID. Whatever the asterisks mentioned, like first name, last name, country, this only fill the required details. Time zone you can select anyone, language English, then business email you need to enter, and you need to enter the password. Again, these are the only, registration code is not required. Just fill out the details and click on the I agree, and let's do the registration, you both of, and let me know if your registration is completed or not. Just fill out the details in 2 minutes. Almas, you are also doing the same thing, right?
Yes.
Just do it, and if you are facing any issue, you can share and show me. I'll just be back in 2 minutes.
I will just that in 2 minutes. Or you can register for your life. बंद कर दो गैस का
Is it done? And though you're not able to make it now, I'll be sharing this recording with you. So you can just refer it and do that later too. But before starting with the next session, I want this Tosca to be installed on your system. So you will practice along with me in the batches.
Ma'am, what should give the zone time?
Sorry, I could not hear you, Almas.
Actually, in zone time, textually, what should I give?
Any time zone you can mention. It's
Okay. According to India.
yes. Um, it will not matter much because we are using the trial version, right?
Okay.
So let me even see anything matching. I had selected any random at my time too. I think this is just matter when your inside details are populating. Else on your execution it will not impact anything. You can select anyone. Just do it and let me know if you are facing an issue. You can share your screen. We will sort it out. What about you, Asim? Is it done?
We are done.
Registration is done, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Asima, once done, let me know. We'll proceed with the next step.
I'm done with ma'am registration.
Okay, it is successfully completed, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So now let's go with the license request. So this is the second link. where we need to request for the license. Just open this link at your end.
Okay.
Sorry, can any one of you please share your screen? Because mine was already applied, so I cannot show the exact page that will look like. So Asim or Almas, if any one of you can share your screen, so I can guide you further.
Oh, okay. I'm sharing my screen. Uh,
First, you will get the login page. You need to log in with the
right.
same user and password that you have just registered.
Yes, yes. Actually, I'm getting that host is disabled participant screen sharing. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have given you the access to share.
My screen is visible.
Okay, so you can see request cloud trailing license. Just click on it. Fine. Now you have requested for the license. It might take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or 5 minutes sometimes.
Mhm.
So that is fine. So I'm sharing one more link where we need to download the keep your screen sharing. I'll share one more link. Almost do the same way the way Asim has done. Just you need to click on the request license. So your trial license will be requested. Asim, I have pinged one URL.
Okay.
Just click on that. One link I shared in the chat. It's not opening anything.
It's I got
Refresh
this
it.
link. I got this link only.
Let me one open. Let me type from my end. Okay, just a sec. Let me check for the other link to download the Tosca. This is to download the Tosca version. Yeah. Sharing one URL, just click on that again. Yeah, open this. I shared one more URL.
Mm-hmm.
Open that. Okay, you can see Tosca 6 Tricentis Tosca 16.0 LTS. Not the Tosca server, just Tosca.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, you do not see the Tosca servers at your end. Okay, yes, this is the one. Just click on it.
Yeah, it's downloading.
Downloading, right?
Yes.
click on that arrow. Let me see how much time it is taking. It is showing 102 MB. Okay, let it completed.
It's done.
It is a documentation for me. Few of the component I can see are missing in your list. Patch 9, just a sec, let me directly download the, open the download link. Tosca server, Tosca server. Copy download. Actually, the one which I gave you previously, that was working fine. This is the direct link. Just try with that.
Which one?
I pinged you one more link. You clicked on it, right? The one I
Yeah,
pinged you just now.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So this is the actual patch 9 of Tricentis Tosca. Almas, you can even click on the recent link which I shared.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, because you can see it is 1.2 GB and previously which was available, that was a documentation. I do not see the specific Tricentis option on Asim screen. So I shared direct download link with you. Let me even save with me. So it will take some time to download. Till the time, we'll just begin with the basic introduction of the Tosca tool. Let me even share the configuration for that is needed for your system. If that configuration is not available on your laptop, you may face issue to install it. So we give that file to you. Yes. I just pinged you one link where all the configurations are defined, which are needed for your to complete installation of your host. So let me share my screen. We'll directly navigate to the tool. Till the time your download will be completed. Is my screen visible now?
Yeah, visual.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's have a basic idea of this toolbar, all the options available over here, and then we'll go one by one to this. So So on the home, you can see these are the options. This is cut, copy, duplicate, paste. These are with respect to this content. If you want to, this is we can identify with the name. Like if we want to copy anything, we need to copy, duplicate, we can duplicate. cut paste, that is predefined. If any of the action we need to perform with any of the folder, then we can choose this action. Even we can do that with Control C, Control P, but it is even given over there. Delete is there. Again, modify, if any changes you need to do, then you can do with this modify function. Then search, if you need to identify this TQL search and simple search, that means within your complete project, there are multi, as of now, if you're working just started, then you will not have much modules available, much test cases available. But if you're working in a big project where 10 team members are working, definitely there will be a huge data available under your project. So in that case, you want to search for a specific object, specific test case, or specific module, and you have the details of it, then you can just click and have a global search in your complete project for that specific object. That's why it is given over here. Then project, if you want to jump to the project, in case, suppose I'll just get this modules out. At the moment, I have these modules on my screen. You do not see the project which I had created. If you want to jump to your project to access all the component of it, then you can click on the project. Then you can see your project will be available. You can drag it over here and perform all the actions under your project. Scratchbook, this is the option that is available to execute as like the execution folder. To execute each and every test case, we have two options. One, we can execute the execution list, and second is Scratchbook. As I said in the first slide, we saw the versatile execution. So that can be achieved, that is achieved actually with the Scratchbook. Here we can execute one test case, one test step, a set of test cases, set of test steps. So we can right click on the test case and run through the Scratchbook. And second is that option is given at the toolbar itself. If you want to go and click over here, it will even execute through the Sketchbook. Again, the object, each and every specific component, or suppose module test case, it has its specific object ID defined, the unique ID. How you can see that? I need to select the respective module or test cases, whatever it is. You can this arrow, it will show all the properties, and you can say this is unique ID. This is the unique ID of this module. So if you're working in a big project, and if you want to have a reference of any of the test case your colleague has shared, okay, refer this module which I have created. In 100, 200 modules, you cannot keep on searching for that. So your colleague can share the object ID with you. You can go over here, put your object ID and click. We are already there. Okay. So if you can see, it has jumped to this object because this was a unique ID for this. So this is the easiest way to identify any of the object in your complete project. My area, open my area. I have not used that. So let's see. Okay. I think this is the respect to the admin. So we do not need to use it. Then sections. So you can see all the sections available over here. But if any of the section is not available, or in your component folder, if you need to add any of the section or have a visibility, you can click over here. So let's see if I'm clicking on test case and test cases. It has opened the test cases separately. I can drag it. If I want module and test cases separately in separate tabs, I can have that. Whatever section I want, I can open it from here. Suppose if I'm clicking on test case design, it is opening that separately in this window. Then I'll tell you this later. This is import subset, export subset. Whatever work I have done in my project, I can import it. I can export it. And suppose if I want to take any stuff from outside in my project, I can import it. So this function is available. How to do that? Suppose this is the all the modules available for demo web shop under this folder, and I want to export this. I just need to click on it, select the specific folder. If you can see over here, if I'm giving the module.tsu and save. We want to replace it, yes. So the export will be done. You can see export subset finished. So I have already exported it. If in case, if any other project, like suppose two projects are using the same application, and I do not need to, like my team do not want to spend a time to scanning the application again, then what is sense of automation, right? Using Tosca. So I can take export of that specific application module and import it in my projects. So once I import it, all the modules will be available for me, ready-made for that application. My team do not need to spend time again to scan all the application, identify the properties, and reuse it. So that is a good thing available. And along with that, on regular basis, if you want to have a backup of your project, right? Anytime anything can happen. Your Tosca may crash, your specific workspace may crash. To avoid all these things, it is always a good practice to have a backup of your this project or your file, whatever it is. So suppose this is my complete project. On regular basis, if I can, on weekly basis, if I can export it and store it on the SharePoint, then this is even a good practice not to lose the data. We can open any backup whenever we want. These are not mainly used much, so we'll not talk about it. So let's get back to this point. So in Tosca, there are different type of environment available. Like one is single user workspace, second is multi-user workspace. Single user workspace means the workspace that can be visible to me only. No one else is able to access it because that will be available locally to my system. So trial version has local workspace. So this project, whatever I can see, this workspace can be accessible only we, no one else can use. But whenever we are working in the corporate on one project, multiple people have to work. So over there, we need to use a multi-user workspace where the same project will be visible to 5, 10 different people. Okay. So anyone within that specific thing, anyone can see anyone else's stuff. Suppose I have created one module that will be visible to my team members. Someone has created, it will be visible to me. But uh, here I can see, if you can see, I can create, I can delete anything without any specific check-in and check-out. What is check-in and check-out? That means you need to first get into that module or get into that test case and then perform the activity. It is a kind of granting access. So in case if I need to scan the module or I need to do changes in this module, what I need to do if I'm working in multi-user workspace, I need to check out this specific module. That means once you click on checkout, the next person in your team will not be able to do anything in that till you check in this specific module. What is the purpose of it? When you check out this module, it will show green to you. That means you are working on this, but it will be visible red to me, uh, to my team member. That means I will know, okay, my team member is working on this module and it is checked out by that person. Once you check in, that means suppose whatever changes you want to do, you have done in this module and you have checked in. That time it will show like as it is showing, it will not show any mark over here. That means it is now available for me to do a further changes. It is a kind of locking functionality to this. And it is always suggested to scan, or if it is with module, you need to check in a specific module only. Suppose I need to work on this, I need to check out only this. It is not suggested to check out a complete folder. Suppose I am checking out this complete folder. If my team member has to work on any of the other module, that person will not able to do so, right? So I am blocking that person to work. So whatever we need to work on, we need to always check out that specific folder. Once we are done, we need to check in all. Here we do not have an option to check in a specific component. We need to check in all for all the components. Okay. And update all. Update all is the function. Suppose I have created these modules. It is with me. If I have not clicked on update all, it will not be visible to my team members. Or if my team member has not done the update all, he or she will not be able to see the work done by other team members. So it is always suggested to click on update all every time whenever you are doing something. So these four options are available. You can see this as a team if these are used when you are working as a team. So is this clear? This component, or any doubt or any clarification is needed on this? Again, Asim Almas, clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
I'll go to the next one. So this is the second one as a view. This is even not being used much because we can see everything on screen over here. So we do not need to use this. But in case if you want to hide any column, hide anything, so you can do that specific thing. This is just about the visibility, how you want to have it. That's it. So not much needed. Under tools, the mainly that is being used is buffer viewer, because managed connection, this is for data integrity. That is a completely separate type of automation where the data value specific to the data validation is being done, and this is with respect to that. Buffer viewer, that means when you click on this, you can see all the buffer values stored on your local machine. That means um, whenever I'm performing any activity or any passing the data or buffering, that means the word itself says that any value we are storing in any of the attribute. Like on the demo web shop, this is the e-commerce web shop, and you can see the cart items are 4. That means I have buffered the count of the items available in the cart. So that means storing some value in the specific attribute. So those many buffers you have created in your project, the list of it will be visible under the buffer viewer. So if in case you are confused, your script is failing, you can come over here and check the value of that specific buffer. And you can see, okay, this is the value available. And if it is failing, or in case if you want to change any of the buffer value, you can change it over here. So this is even the facility available. Under modules, so as I have selected modules, I can see the modules tab. If I'm selecting the test cases, you can see it is converted into test cases. If I'm selecting execution, this is getting disappeared because there are some operations which are specific to the module and specific to the test cases. Okay. So if I click on the module, you can see the modify. If you want to modify this specific module, then you have this specific details available. Create a folder, create an object. Again, jump to parent means, that means suppose I am selecting this demo web shop. If I am clicking on jump to parent, it is clicking on the actual folder. Under this folder, suppose there are 20 modules available. And I mute other ones, please. Okay. So on this, you can directly jump to the your specific parent. Scan. I'll show you how to scan the module. But if you want to scan a specific module under this, you have options under this. There are different ways to scan, like application, API, mobile, PDF, remote, more. So these are the different type of application which we scan, and for that it has provided different, we can say, the navigation. Then merge modules, that will be the completely separate part that I'll be covering later. find duplicate module, that is again a separate part. Whenever we will be having a session on the modules, I'll be covering these two things. Now the API testing. API testing, again a separate, complete separate session. That means we are having a session on the web automation. We will be automating a website, but if in case if you want to have automation of API, then this section is useful, where you can have a API scan. Once you click on it, it is opening the API scan window, where you can enter your endpoint, your username, password, which is required to have authentication. You can give data like XML, JSON, whatever data you need to pass for the post condition. If you want to have a get, then you can directly give the URL of it. That is even there. Then, yeah, I think it is taking time. Uh, Let me cancel it. Okay, it is open. You can see this is the API window. So connection you can select from here, different methods which you need to perform. All the methods are there. You can give an endpoint and resource over here, and you can give a run. So once you give a run, the one test case will be created over here. Then you can export this test case to the this main module and all. So the option is the test case is not yet created, that's why that option is not available, but that option will be available, like export it. So you can export and you can have module and test cases created for it. As our section is about the web automation, API part is not, will be covered over here. This is a complete, again a separate batch, you can say, where it will be focused on the API testing only. So these tabs are clear. Basic idea when to use, how to use. Or any doubt in that? Okay, fine. I think it is clear. Asim and Almas, the download is completed for you.
Yeah, it's completed.
Okay. Anyone, if you can share your screen, we'll start with the installation.
I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
I think my screen is visible, right?
Your voice is low. You can click on the download arrow, and you can open that zip folder.
Just wait.
Okay, just double click on this, extract all. Is it done?
Yeah.
Okay, click on the Tricentis application. Almas, your download is completed?
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, please check. So you can perform the action along with him.
Continue.
Click on continue. Next. Again, next. Okay, fine. Go next. Fine, next. Check that checkbox. Not needed. Go next. Enable. Next. Go next. Fine. Go next. Installation has started for you. It again might take some time.
Okay.
What about you, Almas?
Yes, ma'am. Installation is download is done.
Download completed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen, or you know what action to be performed? Just you saw. If you want to share your screen, you can share, and we will get it done.
Okay. I will share my screen.
Okay. Fine. Okay, Almas. Asim. Let that installation be done till the time we'll do it for Almas.
Okay.
And after the session, I'll add you both in the Tosca discussion forum, where all the queries that you're having, you can just ping in that group, and I'll be answering to those when as per my time convenience. So that is specific to the discussion. There are a few more members available from the last batch. Those even can help you if you ping your queries over there about anything.
Okay.
Almost you can share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, open it and export those files. Hello, are you opening that folder, Almas?
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot see any activity on my screen if you're doing anything.
Okay.
You might have shared just the browser, I'm not sure. I just can see the Tricentis support page. Are you performing any activity?
Yeah.
Can you please reshare your screen because for me, I do not see anything.
Okay.
Have you opened that folder?
Yes.
Okay, reshare your screen and share full screen.
Now it's visible, ma'am.
Oh, I still can see support. Um, Rest, what screen you can see? Asim, do you see the folder or the support uh, page on your
Support
screen?
page.
Yes, Almas, we still see the support page. Are you sharing your complete screen? Just click on that under download open file. Because I cannot see anything else. We can just see the support present this site on our screen. Almas,
Yes, ma'am.
can you
Okay.
open the folder?
Okay.
Okay. Just double click on the below icon, the Tricentennial Tosca 16, patch 9, the application one. No, the below one. Where you can see the Tricentennial Tosca icon, no?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Double click on it. Okay. For you, it is asking for the restart. For Asim, it was not required. Just click on exit and retry once. Double click. Okay. I think that is based on your system. Do one thing, restart your system and join back this call till the time I'll get the setup done for Asim.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Join back quickly by restarting your system. Asim, your installation is done. You can share your screen again. We'll do further creation of the workspace and project for you.
Okay. Installation is completed.
Mm-hmm.
But mm, mhm.
Can you share your screen?
Yes,
We'll
yes,
create a
yes.
workspace for you. No, close it. Go to search bar and search for the Tosca commander. Hmm. The first one. Click on that icon, double click. Enter your username and password. If you want, you can stop sharing. You enter username password. And once login, you can share back. Okay, just click on OK. Fine. Now you can see create new plus icon. Yes. So here what we are doing, we are creating the workspace. Okay.
Mhm.
Where all our whatever, this is a kind of space where we'll be performing all the activities. Our modules, test cases will be stored under this workspace. Just click on select your type of repository. No, the first drop down you can see.
Okay.
Yes. So see, whenever we are working on the multi-user workspace, we might need to select any of the other, like few of the people will be having stored it on SQLite, Oracle. That is depend on the project, what is their requirement. Along with that, there is one more option available, price and repository, which I'm using actually in my project. So that is based on the project requirement. But as we here we are having trial version, and so we will be using the local workspace. So first one you can create a single work. No. First one,
Okay.
create single user. So you can see create new workspace in. That means your workspace will be stored at that location.
Yes.
The Tosca project, Tosca workspace. Okay. Then select name of new workspace. Whatever name you want to give, you can give, like Tosca underscore your name. Whatever you feel good,
Mhm.
you can give the workspace. That will be visible as your project in your Tosca. Is
Okay.
your workspace name and as your workspace, sorry, project name. Okay. Complete that. Fine. Check the checkbox available below. Use workspace template. So why to use that? So you can say this is the standard TSU file. So whenever we are exporting and importing any of the data, that will the file name will be ending with the TSU. That means subset, subunit,
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
subunit. Here we are standard.tsu. That means there are few standard modules, test cases available for the Tosca. So like open URL, like if you need to open any URL, there is a standard module given by it. So here we are importing the standard.tsu file in our project. So I showed you how to export, right? So this is the way to import it. Means these are the standard. That's what by default we are selecting. If we are not selecting this checkbox, those standard modules will not be imported in our project. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Just click on OK. Now it is creating your workspace. Okay, Almas, is it done for you? Are you able to click on that for the installation?
Yeah, let me check.
Sorry?
I will check it.
Okay, just check and share your screen if you want. Okay, Asim, we are done with the project creation. Just go to home and click on the project. So your project will be populated on your screen the way I did.
Okay.
Almas, share your screen.
Hmm.
Okay, ma'am.
Where you have downloaded that? Search with Tosca or at the last. Click on the data modified. You'll see that. Hmm. Open the first folder. Yeah, click on that tricentis. Hmm. Uh, Click I agree and keep doing next. 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 Again next. Enable this checkbox. Click on next. Enable this too. Click on next. Next. Click on install. In today's session, we will just complete the installation. Actual thing we will start from tomorrow, means module creation and rest part.
Okay.
And I'll be sharing, as I said, I'll be pulling you in the Tosca discussion forum, and all the recordings of the sessions will be shared on that group.
Okay.
So you can refer wherever you want.
Yeah.
Asim, are you able to open the project?
Yeah.
Okay. And remember, this license version is available for 60 days. So whenever we are completing any of the topic in our any of the session, try to have a practice as we are having batches on weekend in that specific week. Just spare some time and do practice. So what happens, like when this trial version might end, people will not feel to again re-register with any other mail ID, or try to practice again. So when we are already in a flow, that will be more effective. If in this batch we have completed something, just click on finish, and in next session you can come up with your queries. Okay, I tried these things and I faced these issues. What is the solution to it? What else we can do? In the running batches, that is more effective to do. That's what I'm saying. Within this month, whenever we are having running batches, just try to pick practice as more as you can. Okay, in the search bar, search for the Tosca commander. No, the below search bar that is available beside the window icon on your main system.
What should I search?
Tosca, Tosca. Search with the Tosca.
Okay.
Hmm. Open this Tosca commander. First one. This is the main application that you need to use always. Okay, you can stop sharing and enter username password and reshare your screen.
Okay.
Is it done? Login is done, Almas?
No, ma'am. I'm not able to log in.
You have registered, right? The same username and password you need to use. What error
Okay.
you are getting?
Username should be our email ID. What I gave it for.
Okay, fine. Share your screen. Let me see the error. Almas, share your screen.
Okay.
Enter your username. No, I think username is your password, email ID. No, Almas. As I said, Gmail will not work. We need to use a corporate email ID. Do you have a corporate email ID? The company's email ID.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll connect with you later because this Tosca is not allowing to register with the Gmail. Okay, fine. I'll connect with you later how we can get it done. We'll see that.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm,
Okay.
fine. So, Asim and this Almas, we are done with the registration for today. The actual session will be starting from tomorrow. So again, as I said, along with the sessions, keep on practicing because at the end of the session, we will be having mock interview, and I want you guys to be prepared at least 50% for that. Once the session ends, people will not be interested to study again and appear for the mock interview. So, in the flow only I want to take it. Fine.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So let's connect tomorrow again on the same time. I'll be sharing this recording on the group. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any queries?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Asim.
So during the registration, I've used Gmail ID. I'm not using my company's ID.
Which email ID you have used?
Gmail
Gmail.
ID. Yeah, yeah,
Gmail is still it allowed you.
yeah.
That is really surprising. Then why it is not allowing Asima? Asima, can you share your screen again? Because so many of the people have tried with the Gmail and
Yeah.
they did not get the access. Can you share it again? Let me see. Asim, just keep observation how many days you are able to access it, or means if in between your access is getting interrupted or what, just let me know. If it
Okay.
is working fine with the Gmail, yeah, definitely that will resolve the issue for so many people because
Mhm.
most of the people tried with the Gmail and they contacted me on LinkedIn. Okay, this is not working for me. Gmail is not accessible. Almas, share your screen. Let's see with the Gmail again as it worked for
Yeah.
Asim. I'll even try for my email ID for Gmail if that is working or how it is. Because people can create any number of Gmail IDs and log in with it. That's why it was restricted. Let's see. Has no valid entitlements. Okay, go to that license request page, that URL. Let me see your license is okay or not. I pinged one URL for license, right? Just click on that again.
Okay.
In the chat window, you might find, or let me ping you that again.
Should I stop the sharing recording or
No,
no?
no, no, no. I want
Okay.
you to share and open that request license. I ping that URL again. Just click on that. Username has no valid entitlement. Okay, I'm just stopping the recording because the next part is not needed to be recorded.